What's happening, film friends? Dave the Film Junkie here. All right. Still catching up on these 2019 videos, and now I have my ranking of all the 2019 comic book movies. That's right. We're going to talk about all of them briefly. Not going to do anything too crazy, but I'm going to rank them from my least favorite to my most favorite. It's funny too because, I mean, obviously, if you saw, because my top 10 of 2019, my best of, is going to be dropping before this, and if you saw what number one was there, it's going to be number one here. Spoiler alert! It's okay. Hopefully you're still watching. I mean, you want to see where the other ones rank, right? So here we go, guys. I'm going to talk about, there's 6. Total of 6. I'm pretty sure I'm not leaving one out. I'm like, how many came out in that? I don't know. But yeah, 6. So here we go, guys. Coming in number 6, the one that I liked the least or didn't really like at all, Captain Marvel. I will never watch this movie probably ever again. I just wasn't feeling it. I don't know. There's so many things I could say. And the fact of the matter is I haven't watched it since it came out earlier this year. What was it? March, April, whatever the fuck it was. And I'm like trying to remember aspects of this movie. I mean, Brie Larson, she's a talented actress, gorgeous. I give her that. I've always said she is a very attractive lady. But she just comes off in this movie as just not likable, really at all. It felt like they could have done something a lot better with her story, with her arc. And then, of course, you have Sam Jackson. He's always good, but and they did great with the CGI and everything. But everything else, the cat scratched out his eye, and that's how Nick Fury got his eye patch. Fuck that. Number 5. Dark Phoenix. God, I wish this movie was better. Yeah, this movie had its issues. Right down to Raven's fucked up makeup. Makeup sucked. It sucked. Compared to like the other movies, my God. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was like something, there was like a clause in Jennifer Lawrence's contract where she was like, could only be in the makeup chair for only so long. So they couldn't do like the great, fantastic makeup job they did in the other movies. But this movie was a big ball of mess, and it's funny too because the train sequence at the end was a reshot sequence added, but I ended up really liking that sequence. So I'm like going, okay, if they release a Kinberg cut, it's not going to have that, and the original ending is going to be in there, but I kind of like that, so I don't know about that, but I think I want to keep that in there. The end of the Fox Marvel X-Men, and it's just so funny how finales seem to always be kind of disappointing. You know, we had the Endgame, even though I liked for the most part, but you know, it wasn't as good as Infinity War. You kind of hoped it would be better than Infinity War, and then of course Rise of Skywalker also, and then I wasn't really into Game of Thrones. I know my nerd cred is going to go out the window right now, but everybody's just like not liking these finales, and this one especially. I mean, I just really did. I think it was actually better than Apocalypse, though. I didn't really something about Apocalypse, but anyways, yeah, Dark Phoenix. Number 4, Spider-Man Far From Home. Now, this movie frustrated the shit out of me for like the first 25 minutes. First act is horrible. I mean, it bugs me the way that it goes through, and the cringy comedy and the dialogue and the MJ stuff. It's not that great. It's not that great, but the Spidey stuff is good. Tom Holland, I enjoy Spider-Man, but as soon as like we finally, even though like most of us knew, I mean, us nerdies know that Mysterio is going to be, we know who he is. We know it's Mr. Quentin. And that Quentin is a bad guy, you know. It's like we know that he's full of shit and it's all just illusion. But once we finally get that reveal, it does get better. It does get better. And then, like I said, when he starts fucking with Spidey and, you know, Spidey has to do his own thing. He has to use his sense to like kind of fight through the illusions. That was excellent. Some of the shit was fucking really good. It was really good, and I did like the ending, and then especially the very end, when you have Jonah Jameson showing up, J.K. Simmons, and they're in the city. It felt Raimi Spider-Man-like. It really did. So I'm actually kind of excited to see where they go with that, because now it's like, okay, the Iron Man stuff, Tony Stark stuff, now we can put that in the rear view. And now Peter and Spider-Man, you know, he can grow. Grow, little spider! Number 3, Shazam. It's funny because I had to yell out number 3 but I feel weird if I yelled out Shazam as well. Very enjoyable movie. Wish it was released during Christmas time since it took place during Christmas time. I didn't really understand that release date, the marketing with all that. I think that's what hurt it, but Zachary Levi was great as Shazam. I remember when they were talking about who was going to play Shazam, I didn't even think about him, and when they cast him, I went, well, that's pretty perfect, and what is his name? I can't even remember. What's his sidekick? Freddie. Dylan something. The chemistry between them was great, and then of course Billy's character, also great chemistry between them, and it all worked out. It all worked. It was a movie that was, David F. Sandberg. It's a movie that how do you make that put on the big screen? And it's like, oh, okay, you bring family aspect into it. I mean, of course they showed us the Shazam family right off the bat, and I was like, a lot of people might have thought, a little too soon, but I thought, why not? Just show it right away, and then we got Black Adam coming. It's going to expand, and hopefully there's more Shazam, because I really enjoyed it, and I want to see more. But next time, not cutting off Superman's head. Number 2, Avengers Endgame. Yeah. I enjoyed this. There's a lot to enjoy here. I teared up at the end the first time I saw it when Tony Stark died, because, he started it. Everybody loves Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. That's what started this whole thing, and kind of like was always... I know they put him in like Spider-Man, they put him in Civil War. Yeah, they knew, and instead of just giving him another sequel, it's like you can't really work, with your own sequel. A lot of people didn't really like Iron Man 3, so we're just going to put you in other people's sequels. But it all led to here, and there was a lot of great things with the time travel stuff. Yeah, you could pick it apart, but I still enjoyed it. And how they went back into the old movies, I thought that worked. Fat Thor annoyed the shit out of me. I'll give it that. But it was a decent finale, and it was a nice little send off for Robert Downey Jr. as well as Chris Evans, even though they'll come back in a heartbeat. And of course, number 1, Joker. And what more can I say about this than I already said in my because it was number 1 in my best of 2019. Joaquin Phoenix, he's a beast. He gives the performance of his career. Him and Todd Phillips, and then I can't remember the composer's name that did the score, but it all just works. The score, Joaquin's performance, and then Todd Phillips doing some directing and letting Joaquin do his thing. Just it's phenomenal. It's crazy how it all just came together, and it took the world by storm, because a lot of people were shitting on this movie mainly because it's a crazy white man killing people. Fucking 2019, but it was more than that. If you really look at what this movie was about, it's about mental illness. It's about when you have somebody that just feels like they're just not a part of, they're just running through the routine, the motion. They don't feel like they're a part really of society. Like he says, he didn't know that he didn't feel like he existed, and now all of a sudden it feels like people are paying attention. It's just an interesting story. It's an awesome take on the Joker character. There you go, guys. That is my ranking for the comic book movies of last year. And looking forward to seeing, it's going to be girl power this year. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it at all. Let me know your thoughts about it down below. What is your ranking? Let me know. Hit that like, thumbs up button if you'd be so kind. Subscribe to my channel. It's filmjunkie.com for all my content. Follow me in the sock meds over there. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Patreon if you want to help out. And of course, shirts down below. All right, guys?